Have you ever built a sandcastle at the beach? You spend all this time making it perfect, with tall towers and strong walls. But what happens when the tide comes in? Whoosh! It all washes away in an instant. It's a bit heartbreaking, right? Well, Jesus told a story that's a lot like that, but with much higher stakes. It's the parable of the wise and foolish builders, and it's a powerful lesson about how we build our lives. Jesus said, "Therefore everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock." Imagine this guy. He's digging deep, clearing away all the loose sand and soil until he hits solid bedrock. It's hard work. It takes time and effort. People walking by might even think he's crazy for taking so long. But he knows that a strong foundation is everything. So he builds his house, piece by piece, on that unshakable rock. Then Jesus talks about another guy. "But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand." This builder is all about speed and ease. Why go through all the trouble of digging? The sand looks fine, so he quickly throws up his house right there on the beach. It looks good from the outside, and he probably finished way before the wise builder. He's likely sitting back, relaxing, thinking he's so smart. But then the storm comes. And it doesn't just drizzle, it pours. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. For the house on the rock, this is the ultimate test. The storm rages, but the house stands firm. It doesn't even budge. Why? Because its foundation is solid, anchored to the rock. It was built to last. But what about the house on the sand? The same storm hits it with the same force. The rain soaks the sand, the waves crash against the walls, and the wind howls. The sandy foundation turns to mush, and the house comes crashing down. Jesus says, "It fell with a great crash. All that work, all for nothing, washed away just like a sandcastle." This story isn't just about construction tips. The house is our life. The storm represents the challenges, troubles, and temptations we all face. The words of mine Jesus talks about are his teachings: to love God, love our neighbors, be kind, forgive, and live with integrity. The foundation is what we choose to build our lives upon. Building on the rock means hearing God's word and actually doing it. It's about putting his teachings into practice every single day, even when it's hard. It's choosing obedience over convenience. Building on sand is hearing those same words but ignoring them. It's taking shortcuts, living for what's easy in the moment, and thinking we know better. So the big question for all of us is, what are you building your life on? Are you digging deep and grounding yourself in the solid rock of God's truth? Or are you settling for the shifting sands of the world? When the storms of life come, and they will, your foundation will determine whether you stand strong or fall apart. Let's choose to be wise builders. Thanks so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos like this. We'd love to have you in our community. God bless.